Hey, I'm Carmel, and this is your daily download. www.beingandbecoming.life, because we're always being who we're becoming, and we're becoming who we're being in life all the time. So check it out to see more about where I'm coming from. There's a lot going on in the field today. I think it's a new moon, today or tomorrow or yesterday. Feels like a new moon energy is going on. There's a lot of wind in the environment around me out here, and there's a lot of movement and change going on. There's a lot of friction and fractiousness down in Wellington at Parliament with riot police coming in to I don't know what with peaceful protesters. I'm a bit disgusted and overwhelmed about what I've watched on live feeds this morning as to what's going on down there. And as someone I dearly love pointed out, that's what Melbourne went through for a whole year, and here it's only been a couple of 3 weeks. So New Zealand's just getting the slow poke path unfolding right now. You'd think we could be learning from the waves of what's going on out there, but it seems we have to just follow the narrative and follow the path, and maybe it's just this wave of awakening that needs to go through everybody, and we all need to feel it, see it, witness it, right up into our own sort of townships, so that we can actually see it for real and it's not something removed over there. Because the nature of the human condition seems to be such that we don't really do anything, do we, unless it's really affecting us personally and making us really fucking uncomfortable. And at some level we get that uncomfortable that we do something about it. Because we're creatures of comfort and we want to maintain our comfort. So come screw with my comfort and then I'll grow, then I'll move. But unless it's really affecting my comfort, I'm not going to change or shift or open up or evolve or grow in any way, because my comfort zone is my comfort zone, so I'm staying right here, right? And with so much going on, like I'm thinking about, and I mean thinking, different to feeling, I'm thinking about borders opening up and how people can move around a bit more freely now, and how that's going to disrupt certain comfort zones in different ways. For some people, for others it doesn't change a thing, because decisions were made that that preclude them from those opportunities of things opening in that way. And so I've been literally thinking about all the things that are flying around that are different, that are contrasting to each other and conflicting to each other. And I mean, think of how they affect each other, and how they bounce off each other, and how they affect me, and how they affect me differently to someone else, how they might affect my kid differently to his dad, to my friend, to my family, to my clients, to people I don't know, to... You know, we are all affected the same and different. And it seems that we've got these options ahead of us, and we've been brought up in a society that gives us the option of this or that. We can say yes or we can say no. We can open up or we can close down. We can ascend or descend, you know. There's all these binary options of choice between option A or option B. The red pill or the blue pill. Well, what about the green pill? What about the third way? What about another way? What about honoring all our differences? What about coming together? And like someone said so eloquently this morning, we've lost the art of debate. What if we could come together and hang out in a group of people with differing perspectives, different ideas, different beliefs, different values, different ways of seeing things, and debate? I might learn something off your differences, and I might see that there's holes in my thinking that would allow me to liberate myself from the shackles of that bound up way of thinking. Or you might have that experience in my company. And if there was a collective of us that could come together and go, well, it's not the red pill or the blue pill, it's not option A or option B, it's not to open or to close, it's not to say yes or to say no. What's the third way? What's the other way? What's another way? What are multiple other ways? Why do we always have to do the same thing? Why do we need 100% doing this or 95%, then we can do that? You know, what's the other way? And with all of the stuff that's flying around that we're thinking about, how do we come back to center? Where is the middle way? It's not just to be down here and embodied and in here. It's not just to be up and out there. It's what about the expansion and the contraction? We expand and contract with each breath that we take. You know? We're expanding and contracting all the time. That's how a baby's born, through expanding and contracting. A contraction pushes the baby through the birth canal. A contraction pushes a new humanity into this world that we're living in. So how do we be in the contraction, be in the discomfort without saying it's wrong? It's not wrong to feel uncomfortable. It's not wrong to be contracted. It's not wrong to be squeezed through a small, tiny space. It's liberating. It's a sovereign, autonomous process to be squeezed. Does it have to be done with riot police, with batons and shields against peaceful protesters who's standing with their backs to the riot squad? I don't think it has to happen that way. Could it happen through debate where we all sat in the same room and talked about the different options and reminded the government that they work for us, that we employ them? Maybe that would be another way to go. Maybe we could communicate like adults. Like, when do we grow into the adults that we're supposed to become? When do we stop looking outside of ourselves and going, who's going to save me next? The government's not going to save you. God is not going to save you. Nothing is going to save you apart from yourself. You're the one you've been waiting for in your life to come and fix everything. You're the one who is available to fix your life the way you want it to be. But you've got to stand up, and you've got to get out of your comfort zone, and you've got to be squeezed. Nothing's going to change except for you're going to lose more and more power, more and more control, more and more voice if you just stay still and small and quiet. So the space I'm offering is for you to come and get really fucking uncomfortable, because it's through our discomfort, it's through our distractions that we birth the new version of ourselves, individually and collectively. So what do you need to do to open up to the you that's seeking to emerge at this time? Because as you emerge for you into your sovereignty, into your power, into your autonomy, you are a node of consciousness in the collective of humanity that allows the rest of this human civilization that's being born at this time to actually emerge with a voice that is sovereign. And that's what we need at this time. It's time for sovereignty on all levels. I don't care what your perspective is. I don't care if you said yes or if you said no. What I care about is that you're sovereign in your choices and you're liberated and free to show up as you, fully, wholly, and completely whole. There's no such thing as healing here. It's just coming back to wholeness. There's no such thing as therapy here. There is nothing wrong. There is nothing that needs to be corrected or righted or fixed. What needs to happen is that we learn again how to debate and stand in our sovereignty and just love and accept from the purity and truth of who we are at the core of our source connection, because that's where your inner healing ability switches on. That's when we're healthy. That's where we're sovereign. Let's do this thing. www.beingandbecoming.life. I'm Carmel, and I love you.